Okay, but you didn't dispute any of the points I made with regard to the genocidal statements made by Israeli leaders, save for some kind of minor bones to pick with the exact nature of Amalek and which part of the Bible,
No, I do dispute that. Look, some statements made were genocidal, but just making genocidal statements is not enough for genocide. You have to have
Okay,
genocidal action. You
right,
have to
okay,
have
so
genocidal action, and there isn't genocidal action. There's no
so it sounds like
starvation. We don't see children with distended tummies. We don't see ribs. We don't see corpses. We don't see corpses built up and being burned. There's no starvation, and the combatant to civilian ratio is within line for other wars that are fought among civilian populations, as this is. Hamas holds up among the civilian population in their own language. They admit to doing this. There's naturally going to be quite a number of civilians killed in such a conflict.
okay, so then the debate really should focus on the actions, not the statements, because it sounds like we actually are in consensus here that there were a sufficient number of genocidal statements made by every single Israeli political and military leader.
No, not every single one. No, there were statements made by lower political leaders. There were no genocidal statements made by Israeli leaders in the upper echelon of the Israeli government. You have some statements that are genocidal made by people who are in the sitting government, like Bezalel Smotrich and Ben Gvir. Also, I would like to add, and this is an important qualification, Hamas's leaders, including the upper echelon, have made genocidal statements against Jews from the beginning. October 7th was not simply a terrorist attack. It was an attempted genocide. Had the Israeli military not materialized on October 7th, let's say Allah had come and taken their guns and taken their weapons, the Palestinian fighting forces of Hamas would have gone town to town, village to village, killing and clearing out every single Israeli settlement, killing hundreds of thousands, if not millions of people, and expelling the rest. Okay, so if we're talking about death totals and intent, the intent of the Palestinians, the Palestinians launched a genocidal war. And if they had the power to achieve that, if they had the power to achieve that, the death total would be in the hundreds of thousands, if not millions. Their goal was to target civilians and kill them because that's the basic position of the Palestinians. The Jews have no right to live in Palestine. The Jews are a cancer. And October 7th was not only a military, but a medical operation to cleanse and to purge the tumor that is Jewish life in Palestine. That's my position.
Okay.